Hi, and welcome to The Buzz. My name is Tony Celzo, Indiana's underground business voice. I've got Josh Brammer in the studio today. Josh is with a company called Spinweb, and you guys are an interactive agency. Is that true?
Yes.
So you basically do all the things that a traditional agency does, and design logos, marketing plans, you help implement and execute those plans, but you really focus on using the website as the heartbeat for that whole marketing plan. Is that fair?
That's pretty fair.
Is it? Now, how'd you get into this?
My background is in video production.
Okay.
And so I did that and was media director for a nonprofit for quite a few years.
Okay.
And I was looking for some for-profit experience.
Okay.
And so now I've come on with Spinweb. I'm the operations director. So I'm kind of the backbone to the structure of our team. We're a team of 9 people.
Wow.
So I manage the client relationships as well as make sure we have the right people on staff to take care of us.
So there's guys out there that go kind of get the business, and you make sure that everything gets done for the clients.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of moving parts in that. I don't know if people out there are familiar with all the things that go into making marketing happen.
Right.
But your day gets kind of can blow up pretty fast, I imagine.
Yeah.
What type of clients does Spinweb work with?
The two type of clients that we typically work with are a smaller business, anywhere from 1 to 20 employees, who doesn't have a marketing person.
Okay.
Or maybe they have a marketing person, but that person needs support.
Okay.
And they need somebody to really deliver the items that they're in charge of.
Is it fair to say you're almost like an outsourced marketing department where you're going to come in there, help with the strategy, you're going to have that role of CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, but then you're also going to make all the deliverables happen that go in it for that?
Exactly.
So you're really looking for businesses you can partner with the long term and kind of join them in their breakthrough, if you will.
Exactly.
To the next level.
Yeah, our role is really to help a business figure out what they need to do, and then create a structure so that then they spend the least amount of time marketing that they can, and we do the most. You're
almost building them a marketing system for
exactly.
I'm reading the E-Myth right now again for like the 3rd time, and I'm going through a lot of Michael Gerber's processes or his thinking, and it's all about systems. About becoming a systems thinker. So if you're out there and you are a breakthrough business, you're looking to go to that next level. You've got a sales team, but you've never had anybody in marketing looking at a company like Josh's to help get you to that next level. I mean, it's the next natural step. Is that fair?
Exactly.
So if I had a gun to your head and you had to say, here's a niche that we really can exploit, is there a vertical that you've had history of really doing some damage or really doing some progress with?
Nonprofit organizations that have a staff of around 10 people that don't know technology, but they want to look like they're top of their game. I can't tell you a quick story, and I hope you don't mind me butting in here. So many times we've had people call Rainmakers and think that we're a national organization because of the marketing and the perception that we put out there. And I always tell this story, like early on in Rainmakers, the 800 number would roll to my cell phone, and people would ask if Tony was there, and I'd pause for a second and they go, hold on, let me get him, and then come back to the phone, and make that connection. And you guys help other nonprofits look like that, right? Exactly.
So nonprofits, anybody calling on nonprofits that I would say is working in strictly strategy from a marketing standpoint could be a good strategic relationship for you. You found that other strategic advisors like accounting firms or maybe law firms that have that strategic advisor role for some of those prospects, nonprofits, are a good partner for you too? So maybe like a Chuck Roach or some of the other business lawyers that are getting some of those nonprofits. I know we have a couple lawyers that are targeting nonprofits in Rainmakers, so they may be a good strategic partner for you. Josh, what would you say is your unfair advantage over your competition? What do you guys do better than anybody else?
I've got some of the best designers in town.
Yeah.
And one of the things that's kind of unfair is we understand what a user needs, and we don't go in and say, this is what we like. We look at it from the end user and then give you the most polished design that you can afford.
Really? So it's like, you're an interactive agency that's really strong on the design side.
Yes.
So you've got a designer's background, but you've got the wherewithal inside your organization, the DNA, to pull off all the technical stuff too. Is that fair?
Exactly.
I imagine that you guys have probably had to go outside of the office sometimes to pull in some of that technical piece, and you're not afraid to do that. And so maybe that's another good strategic partner for you guys, is anybody who's got a network admin background that is there fixing computers and designing the system. If they get, hey, who do we need for our website? Spinweb would be a good strategic partner for that too. Matt Earnhardt might be he's kind of one of those, I would call him a super geek that is really good at the database stuff, never going to touch the design side. They could be a good strategic partner. He could be a good strategic partner for you. What is the one thing you would like to ask from Rainmakers? I mean, what is the one thing, you got a chance here to talk to 1,400 members. What's the one thing you would love to see get out of your membership? And if I could help you make that happen right now, here today, in front of everybody, what can we do? Not to put you on the spot.
Sure. I would love to get in contact with national organizations.
Okay.
One of the organizations that we've helped out a lot is the American Massage Therapy Association.
Okay.
They have 50 chapters, one in each state. They're all independently run by a board of 10 to 15 volunteers.
Yeah.
They don't have the time, they don't have the experience, they don't have the expertise. So without somebody like Spinweb coming in and helping them get that design polished and then giving them a very easy way to update their site, they're never going to get out of kind of this rut that they're in, because they're all volunteer based.
Just remind me a couple other people I got to introduce you to. John Boomershine has been a technical kind of expert to Fraternity Row. I mean, he's got a lot of fraternities and relationships with them. That could be a good bridge for you. And we have a Century Insurance targets associations, and on the south side they've got a great kind of cluster of people that are targeting associations and delivering a value proposition to them. And I know they don't have a marketing arm, so we can make that introduction for you too.
Great.
You were on the buzz. I appreciate it, Josh. Thanks very much.